Hello, everyone. It's Charlton, and they have identified the shooter, the gunman, alleged gunman, in the California mass shooting in Ventura, California, Ventura County, at the Borderline Bar and Grill. I think they have a lot of country music type events. It was actually college country night last night, the night of the shooting. This is just about the gunman. I've already sort of prepared a video telling, reporting on all the various things that happened, and but they just released the identity of the gunman, and they finally see you get a look at his picture. I've been looking for a while. It's been very difficult, I think, for people to actually pull up his picture, and this seems to be two accurate pictures of the gunman, who's a former. He's a Marine veteran, I think a war veteran, and according to his neighbors, he has PTSD, or is suffering from PTSD. Although there was an incident, they're just doing a press conference right now, updating, reporters and so forth, that there was an incident just in April where police were called to his house. Mental health professionals were called there to talk to him because he was acting irrationally and I think very upset and seemingly dangerous. And reportedly, the health professional was able to talk to him and sort of talk him down and determined that he wasn't, a threat to himself or others. I don't know the exact procedures of, a mental health evaluation in a situation like that. But Ian David Long, white male from Newbury Park, California, veteran, United States Marine Corps with PTSD. So I don't know. This is his record, I believe. I don't know how accurate this is. The gun he used was a Glock 21 45 caliber. I think that's a semi-automatic, handgun. It did have an extended clip. The Ventura County Sheriff, who was just conducting the press conference, that's who I believe it was, didn't say whether or not he had reloaded. Although I think many witnesses have said that he did. Those guns typically carry 10 rounds in a clip, along with one in the chamber, but he did have an extended clip, so I don't know what an extended thing. Minor police record of battery, disturbance, traffic violations, cleared by mental health after evaluation, negative 5150. I think that's referring to the April incident, I believe, of this year, So, there he is. That's David Ian Long, and I'm sure we're going to learn more about him. And there's all sorts. It says Ian Long was a war veteran. War veteran David Ian Long identified as gunman with PTSD who killed 12 in bar. And usually heavy.com is really fast, so if there's any new photos of him, they will have it. And they don't have him up yet. So that's a victim, I believe. So that's I've already, like I said, I've already prepared a video. I was uploading and it got stuck, so I had to stop anyways. But I figured I'd add this to the beginning of it, and then basically everything that has transpired since last night and has been reported on is what's to come in the rest of this video. Let's just see if there's any new photos of him. I don't know. This person usually go by whether or not they have a check mark. I know, but this person does. This person who posted those pictures. I don't know if he's a reporter or what. I don't know. Seems to be a broadcaster of some kind, sort of an independent one, but he's got a check mark, so I'm assuming he would have verified those photos before he posted them. I'm fairly certain those are accurate. It's Here are a couple images of Thousand Oak killer David Ian Long. Yep, that's him. That is him. All right, man. That's the story there. Well, actually, no. Here's the rest of this video. You probably have heard by now the shooting overnight in Ventura, California, which is near LA by, I don't know, about 30 miles or so in Thousand Oaks. It's in Ventura County at the Borderline Bar and Grill. Right now, the death count is at 13. It seems as though that's going to remain that way, but I don't know that for sure. I've been trying to get everything, all the information that I could before I even started this video. And that includes the gunman, who was at the end of this incident was found dead inside the bar. It's a huge bar. That and last night was country night. Even though I think it's a country western sort of country bar themed bar permanently, but last night was country college night or something like that, I believe. Country college night, and there was in excess of 200, 300 people in the bar, packed. There's multiple colleges in the area. This happened around 11:20 p.m. was when I think the first 911 call was placed, and fortunately, there was a sergeant as well as two, I think a sergeant from Ventura County Sheriff's Department and two California Highway Patrol officers very close by. The two California Highway Patrol officers were on a traffic stop, and the sergeant was right in the vicinity when they got the calls, and immediately responded. The three officers and entered, and that sergeant, whose name is Ron Helus. If I have him up here somewhere, I will get to him. Believe me, was killed. Later last night at the hospital. He died later last night at the hospital. He was immediately met by gunfire when he entered the bar with the two California Highway Patrol officers behind him, and was immediately shot by the gunman multiple times, as I understand it, and went down. Was pulled out of the bar by the two California Highway Patrol officers. And like I said, later died at the hospital. It's absolutely terrible. 11 others were killed in the bar, and the gunman was found himself dead in the bar. There is various clips of video. There's a little here at CBS where you can actually hear some audio of the gunshots, and there are several witness reports, of what happened. I think generally the gunman entered the bar and immediately shot the bouncer security guard at the front entrance area, and I think after that there was a pause, and there was somebody who more or less was right there when that happened and saw the gunman, who was described as tall, in his 30s, beard, wearing glasses, dressed in all black, seemingly very well prepared, and not some random thing. Like, he came there specifically with this purpose, and almost as if he had trained for it or just very well prepared for it. Another witness said he looked as though he moved as though he was military. So shot the security guard, bouncer in the front entranceway, and I believe there was a pause, and then entered into the facility and just opened fire indiscriminately on the crowd, but it was packed. So, it just spraying the crowd, as I understand it. I don't know what kind of firearm he was using, but he also reportedly, multiple witnesses reported smoke grenades or smoke bombs, smoke grenades. Again, something kind of like a military, you buy at a military surplus store kind of thing, I think. But he threw that into the bar as well, and while he was opening fire, I don't know, because I think he reloaded more than once and did it quickly and efficiently. But again, these are just I mean, it's very fast, and there's a lot of different accounts of what happened. So okay, so let me back up. Let me find that sheriff, man, or sergeant Ron Helus. Sorry. I'll start with the clip of where you can hear the audio of the gun of some of the gunfire, and then also some of the witness accounts. For instance, that young man who encountered the gunman. Supposedly, there was a couple different. There was some conflicting, reports on his appearance, wearing a trench coat.
Inside and opened fire. Police with guns drawn swarmed a bar in Thousand Oaks, California, just before midnight Wednesday as people bloody and hurt ran for their lives. Everyone was and stormed inside and opened fire. Police with guns drawn swarmed a bar in Thousand Oaks.
Behind the cash register, he kept, and the gunman went behind the cash register.
John was inside the bar near the front door with his stepdad. He said they watched the gunman shoot the bouncer and then move through the bar.
I ran out the front door. I hear chairs being thrown out the window. People were trying to get out the window, and the gunman went behind the cash register. There was probably 12 shots before I got out the front door.
And he reloaded, and then he kept on popping them off.
Tim is John's stepdad. He said he regrets not staying in the bar to help other victims.
There was just young people, 18, 19, 20, just having a great time. And this maniac came in.
Really bad. So, so far the gunman has not been identified by the authorities. The person who was speaking with, with Fox and Friends this morning from the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, she didn't know his identity, but I would suspect that they got to be very close because there's reports of a mom's car and tracing the car back to the mother. Maybe he lived with his mother. I really don't know, but I've been looking for some kind of, right now, probably social media, but I'm not even seeing anything on Twitter in terms of, the identity of the gunman. I'm sure we're going to learn pretty soon. The White House is obviously aware. So, unfortunately, that is Ron Helus. That is the sergeant that was killed. So, President Trump tweeted, "I've been fully briefed on the terrible shooting in California. Law enforcement and first responders, together with the FBI, are on scene. 13 people at this time have been reported dead. Likewise, the shooter is dead, along with the first police officer to enter the bar." So, he was there within minutes. The sergeant and the California Highway Patrol officers, had they not been, I would have to think this would have been tons worse with hundreds of people in the bar completely trapped. The witness accounts are crazy. Basically where people from the one man who saw the gunman, he was at the doorway. So he was able to basically run to the bathroom. And before I don't even think he ran to the bathroom. He stopped himself because the gunman entered and went to behind the bar. And then he just was able to get to the front door and get out. But people in the back, in the main part of the bar, they heard that first shot, and then there was a pause, according to this Fox report, and then supposedly, and they all got down. And one of the guys who got up and went and chucked, and then he came back, said, "Run, he's coming," and then they all ran to the back of the bar. It's just crazy, man. It really is. Like I said, very crowded. All right, so witnesses inside the bar, which bills itself as Ventura County's largest country dance hall and live music venue, told reporters some patrons used chairs to break windows in a bid to escape the chaos, while others scrambled between shots to hide in the establishment's attic. And actually, that one witness who saw him enter, the same person I just showed you from CBS, he once he got out of the bar, he reported hearing people breaking the windows to try to get out. We all just kind of froze for a split second, and then everyone booked it and dove to the floor. Taylor Whitler, who was on the dance floor when the shooting started. After the first round, it was quiet for 5 seconds, and then some guy who was next to me on the floor got up and started sprinting towards the back door and yelled at everyone, "Get up, run, he's coming." Absolutely crazy. Again, there's Ron Helus, the sergeant who was killed, who entered, without pause. I mean, honestly, this guy, I think it could have been like, definitely like almost like a Vegas thing, even though it's not thousands and thousands of people, but they're all trapped in there, and where it could have been 50 people killed, or more. And strangely enough, there's actually Vegas survivors at this bar. Somebody who survived the Route 91 shooting works at the bar, and that's covered in this. So, without saying a word, a mysterious man in black clothing, in black, clutching a semi-automatic pistol, opened fire on a California bar packed with college students celebrating Country Night Wednesday, claiming the lives of at least 12 patrons. Hundreds of people, including students from California Lutheran University, private Christian school, Pepperdine University, and California State University, Channel Islands. No idea. We have no idea who the gunman is, and so we have no idea of motive. But it's a country bar, which definitely I don't know. Bearded male. Bearded male. I mean, I don't know. That makes me say white person. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know why that makes me say white person, but it does. So we're inside the Borderline Bar and Grill. Here's the bar, right here. Okay, that's where it's located. Here's Los Angeles, right there, and that's Ventura County and Thousand Oaks, right there, and some photos of the bar. Let's put this down. I think it's a very big place. It's just hard to get the entire, the place on in one photo. Yeah, wow. So, I mean, Fox did a really good job of reporting this, and it seemed as though they had the earliest reports, and they've continuously updated it. It is a horrific scene in there. There's blood everywhere. It was not immediately clear if the gunman was shot and killed by police or if he died from self-inflicted gun wounds. I think people suspect that he died from self-inflicted gun wounds, but we don't know for absolute certain. Sergeant Ron Helus, a veteran of 29 years, arrived first on the scene and immediately entered the bar with a patrolman after, I think it was two California highway patrolmen. After hearing gunfire, but as the two made their way inside, Helus was shot several times. The patrolman pulled the deputy from the line of fire, and Helus was taken to the local hospital where he was pronounced dead early Thursday. Ron was a hard-working, dedicated sheriff. Witnesses inside the bar, which bills itself as read that. That's that witness account. That's why when I was reading through this report, that seemed to. I mean, really, it was just like, wow, it's so awful. Whitler, this is actually Taylor Whitler. Continuing, Whitler, a daughter of military veteran, told Fox and Friends she was at the bar celebrating Friend's 21st birthday when shots rang out. She said of the 11 people she was with, there are still 5 friends that she hasn't heard from. She described the gunman as wearing all black clothes, a black baseball cap, and a ski mask type item partially covering his face. So that's what I mean, that there's conflicting reports in terms of the individual said beard and glasses. This person says black baseball cap and ski mask type item partially covering his face. I mean, that might have been confused as a beard. Several other witnesses offered a similar description, telling reporters that the tall gunman first shot at a bouncer working at the bar's door and then opened fire seemingly at random at those inside. Whitler said the gunman knew what he was doing. While I was inside, I would say I heard about a good 30 seconds of gunshots. He had 2 magazines that I know with him. He changed them within about 6 seconds, which was really fast. As soon as he walked in, he had perfect form. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He had practiced. He had been shooting before. Wow, she told Fox and Friends. Police told the Los Angeles Times that 30 shots were fired, and the gunman used smoke bombs to disorient and confuse his targets. Aside from the college students filling the bar, survivors of the 2017 Las Vegas massacre, which occurred during a country music festival, were also in borderline. Chandler Gunn, 23, of Newbury Park, said a friend who works at the bar was also at the Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas on October 1st, 2017, when a gunman fired a barrage of bullets from a hotel perch. A lot of people in the Route 91 situation go here, Gunn said. This is crazy, man. There's people that live a whole lifetime without seeing this, and then there's people that have seen it twice. Josh Coley, 27, had been to borderline several times with his friends, including one who survived the Las Vegas shooting. The Times reported Coley said the identified friend was in good condition. So, again, I said it was a college country night at the bar. Here's the bar's website. But there's many country events. I mean, it's a country bar, you know. I know that it said how many people were there at some point, and somehow I managed to miss that. It said 200 to 300. Hundreds of people. The bar is right here. So Monday, West Coast Swing, two-step, college country night was last night. Country nights, Thursday. There's a couple other pieces of video. I still have it up here. I think I lost it. That was it right there.
I got one outside, one of your groups right here. Just a moment.
All right, well, I'm sure we're going to learn about the gunman at some point pretty soon. As soon as I know a little more about that, I'll make an updated video. And, you know, everybody is, you know, like always wants to know why, you know. So, but right now he has not been identified. Damn near impossible to get a concealed carry license in LA or Ventura counties. I am sure the gunman did not bother to apply. I agree. All right, that's the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I will see you in the next video. Later, man.